says a visit to the graveyard. Yeah, stop right here. It says going live. Okay, live.
Live?
Yep.
Hey everybody.
Fucking this damn water app. I gotta get rid of that fucking thing.
Wait, how many people are here? Anyone here yet?
Don't know
Can you
yet.
tell?
Tangerine's
Hi,
here. Hi,
Tange.
Tange. How are you?
How are you doing? We are here at the Whipple Cemetery because I am going to show you guys how to properly collect graveyard dirt.
Yes.
That's exciting. Why
All
are you
right.
keep moving, Dave?
Well, I'm going into the graveyard.
We can't yet because I got to show them
Well,
all the proper steps.
All right, let's get to it.
Well, let's wait for a couple more to come in
All
here.
right. Well, we're standing
Hey,
awkwardly.
Simon. Hi, Denise. Hi, Sonia.
Hi, Simon.
Hi, Denise.
Oh.
Oh, did I swear? Oh, did you swear?
Okay, wait a minute. Disclaimer.
Hi, Justin.
This show is rated NC-17. Please ignore swears. Okay, now we have the disclaimer.
Hi, Misty.
Hi, Misty. Hello, everybody.
This is the weird part. I can't tell how many people are actually
Yeah.
here. Hi, Kendra.
There is some limitations to this app, but you know what? At least we're streaming.
Yeah. So for those of you who just... Oh, there's 7 people. I didn't realize that. It was
Oh,
out there.
oh, look
You
at
can
this, a
actually
little
see.
guy. Oh, it does tell you.
Hi,
It's just off to the
Tammy.
right. Fantastic.
So guys, for those who just came in, we are going to be showing you guys how to properly collect graveyard dirt.
Yeah.
Exciting!
And you know, so while we're waiting, I'm going to give you my spiel because being a gray wizard that strives, that resides in the light, there is proper ways to do this, and
Hi, James. Hi, Linda.
The proper things to do is make sure you leave the proper offerings. And what I say all the time is do ninja style. Don't go to a graveyard with a big old shovel and just make big gaping holes. If you do this right, people should never even have known that you were there, right? Because, you know, it's respect for the dead. Oh, we got 12 people in. The problem is it's blended in with our
With
gray
the background
sky.
here.
Earlier this afternoon, the sun was out, and
It was so warm.
gorgeous. And now,
it was so warm.
And now it was, and now it's cloudy.
Yeah, it's kind of chilly out, but that's
Little
okay.
bit chilly.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. All right.
Okay,
So
guys.
shall
so
we get
how many
started?
people? There's 11.
There's 11.
That's good enough.
All
So,
right.
guys, I'm
Okay.
going to show you the 1st
I'm
step.
gonna flip the camera to Maddie. All
Hey
right.
guys, I'm Matthew from the Conjurer's Table. So step number 1 when collecting your graveyard dirt is leaving an offering. Now what I'm going to be doing is leaving an offering. Actually, you can show them, Dave, these pennies. So these are the pennies that we're going to be leaving.
The pennies.
The pennies we're going to be leaving as offering to the graveyard. And we're going to be leaving 3 at the entrance of the cemetery. As such. So, as this right here is the line to the cemetery, I'm going to be leaving...
Yeah. So this is the right. You got the post here, and then you
I'm
got the
going to be
post
leaving
there.
my 3 pennies in the corner of the gate entrance.
All right. Cool.
Oh, spirits of the graveyard, grant us access to your world.
All right. I'm going to flip the camera. All right, get behind me. All right, so this, I'm going to give you a little bit of history. This is a historical graveyard. It's actually quite gorgeous. And I will kind of be showing you guys kind of what it looks like because it's just absolutely stunning. Let's flip the camera. So this is kind of what it looks like. And there's a lot of these historic graveyards around the state, and it's just such an awesome place. And there's even better areas. Sorry about the shakiness. I'm not a very very good cameraman. There's Maddie. We really should be on the footpaths, Maddie. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Welcome. Hi, little dandelion. Welcome to our excursion to my favorite historic graveyard. Let's bring that camera down a little bit more like that. Ah. So look at it's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous place. I love the trees and just such a gorgeous place. Right.
Trying to remember where John was.
Well, you find them. I'm going to give them a tour of this place. Oh, and look, there's other folks here. So we're going to try to be discreet. Just a fantastic, beautiful place. And let's see if we can get some of the dates. This is a gorgeous, and then we'll look at the. So this one's Reverend Jeremy H. Potter. Right, so born 1819, died 1901. Just such a fantastic old place. Let's kind of come over here. I love looking at some of the stones and reading. Oh, this one's a little newer. 1851, died 1918. Oops, I'm not good at reading. There's Maddie way over there. Let's, if I can flip around. All right, so Maddie has a particular grave site that he usually grabs his dirt from, so he's trying to find that. Yeah, sound of a noise. That's what I call a graveyard. So that's the great thing about living in the Northeast, is that it's very old up here. And you get a lot of great historic places. Of course, now I'm going to find my way down. Bear with me as I find the proper path, because like I was saying earlier, I want to be very respectful of the dead, and I want to be walking on grave sites, which I don't think I am. Yes. Let's flip the camera again and give you guys a look. So this is more of it. And I'm going to show you guys something really cool. It's really cool. Let's come around this way. Oh, they have some brush in front of it. Looks like they're just doing some cleanup. But there's also these, I don't know what you call them, tombs? Not tombs, but I'm drawing a blank. What are these? Above ground with no. So it's not Salem. This is it's right in our town of Coventry, here in Rhode Island, and so there's places like this. There's places like this all over New England, all over Rhode Island. This is one of the more real gorgeous ones. But being that this area is so old, there's a lot of this. And the one thing about Rhode Island is that they take history really seriously. Crypts, that's what it that's what it is. Those are crypts. And the doors used to be open, which I don't want to pry it open, but you can actually go in there. There's no bodies or anything in there. They're just empty, but it's still a very interesting thing to go inside of a crypt, or what was a crypt. It's just a very interesting thing. Let me see, who do we have? Bear with me. The one thing about doing kind of lives like this is it's really tough to keep up with the comments. So, what's that, Maddie? Well, let's just find one. Wait a minute. All right, Matt's still trying to find his spot. Tales from the Crypt. Yes, we can do Tales from the Crypt.
Hey, I need your help.
What do you need?
Give me a hand.
Okay, hold on. He needs to do something, but we're gonna kind of. I don't know what he's saying, but. What are you trying to do?
Trying to connect with the earth, to the spirit that I'm looking for.
Okay. Can you connect faster? We have awkward silence.
Oh, follow me. Do you feel that?
No. But Maddie feels something. I always feel a sense of peace when I'm here in graveyards. I gotta take my hood off. I'm gonna flip the camera so I can give you guys more of a view of this place. It's just absolutely stunning. Hi Raven. Hi Kale. How are you? Welcome. Oh man, this is. I haven't been here in a while. Well, I want to say a while. I haven't been here in about a year. It's usually one of the places I love to film in the summertime. Let's go check. Yeah, let's check some of these. So there's some really old ones. I don't know if the lettering, I can barely read it, but let's see if the lettering, I can't get the lettering on this. Oh, died 1808. I don't know if you can see that. See, died, if it shows up. It does say 1808. Awesome, let's see. Oh, here's one. Let's see. This is Abigail. They're so old, it's tough to make out the letter. I'll say it's daughter of Israel and I can't make that out. And she died July 3rd, 1815. So it's really, really old. Okay.
I want to ask you something. This is really weird.
You gotta, something weird. Okay, let's follow Maddie.
Stand right here.
Okay, let's stand here.
And then face me.
Face you.
Do you feel that?
I mean, I feel
Do you
lots
feel
of...
that surge of like...
I feel lots of stuff. I feel spirits. It's
But it's weird because if you
It's-
stand that spot, I'm facing this way, I don't feel anything. When I face this way, I don't feel anything.
yeah, I
Face
don't...
this way, I don't feel anything. But then
So
when
I don't-
face this way, it's like this wave of energy.
Well, see, to me, it's like, Maddie, to me, it's like being kind of spiritually in a crowded room. Not bad, but like, you know how you hear all the voices and stuff? I sense multiple energies. It's hard for me to explain, Maddie. Let me see. When I collect my first graveyard dirt, an entity or spirit attached to me and came home with me. When I go home, my kitchen light started flickering. Yeah. That's why we're doing this, because it's very, very important to do this, and I'm hoping that Maddie is doing this properly, because I don't think you're supposed to be walking on their bodies. Oh.
Lionel Bennett.
Let's film this. Hold on. Don't move the flag. So this is Lionel Bennett, and he died February 2nd, 1867, age 53 years. His wife, wife of Lionel Bennett. Her name is Asenth. I can't.
Awesome.
She died. What is that? As I say, 1900. So she kind of outlived him a little bit.
So wait, turn to me.
You want me to put you on camera? Yeah.
So he was a World War I veteran that
World
I
War I veteran.
researched within this cemetery because I was looking for someone that was a World War or some kind of war vet so that they would serve as a protection over the household, which is why...
Yes. Hold on. And Maddie, Whispers of Three, we brought up a good point. over there where you were standing is a crossroad technically, so that could be what you were feeling.
Well, that explains why.
Ah.
Whoa! As I was saying, so I found him, and well, actually, I found one other person. I couldn't find them, and it was literally in that same spot that I was at earlier, where I was like, okay, I need to find someone different. And then I came back this way the first time ever, and came across him. I was like, well, there's the other war vet that I was looking for.
Yeah.
So anyways, next to the next step. So after you've left the offerings at the gate, then you obviously come to whoever you're collecting the dirt from. You'd have a little conversation with them, just letting them know, like, hey, why you're there, and the purpose of being there. Talk to them, have a conversation with them, talk about your day if you want to, about your life. Give them an offering, which I have a little tiny bottle of Jägermeister. So what you do is, I'm not actually going to dig up the dirt because there's like people walking around right now. So
Yeah, so we'll this is kind of like
so
I'm what you would
do
do.
a mock of what I would do.
Yeah.
So what you would do is you would have the tools that you use to collect the dirt. So I have my jar, my spoon to dig, have a conversation, let them know why you're here, ask for permission to collect the dirt. You would then collect the dirt, and then the hole that you would leave an offering. You'd pour a little bit of, well, in my case, Jägermeister. A lot of them like rum or wine or anything alcoholic. And if you wanted to, oh yes, and then you would leave 3 pennies as an offering as well. So you'd leave the 3 pennies, say this is the hole right here, 3 pennies in the hole, bit of Jägermeister, fill that back up, take your jar, thank them for your time.
Wait a minute, so you put the pennies in the hole?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep.
When I've done it, I did the hole, I smoothed it over, I would pour the offering over the hole, and I would like leave the pennies on the edge. And sometimes I would even, why can't I find, yes, I would leave the pennies there, and sometimes I would even bring like a small flower or something.
Yeah, you could even leave flour as an offering. The reason why I leave the pennies and the rum in the hole and then smooth it over is so, like you said, you don't want to leave a trace.
Well, yeah, that's
so if
true.
People came through,
That's true.
They wouldn't be like, oh, why are there like 3 pennies there? This is weird.
Hi, Amethyst. How are you?
And
Something
then,
makes sense.
after you've thanked the spirit for your time, you would leave and then leave 3 pennies at the gate before you leave. And then I'll show you what we do as we leave, when we leave.
Cool. Yeah, so we're going to explore a little bit more. I'll show you some of the coolness because it goes further back. Yeah, so let's continue down this path here. There's also some. So let me see. I can scroll back in the comments. Could you do something like this with animals? I think so. I personally think so, little dandelion. Absolutely. Now, unfortunately, I've never been. I've only literally had one pet in my adult life. That was mine and Maddie's, and that was our dog. And hold on, let's flip this camera. And I had him cremated, and I have his ashes at home. So obviously I can't do that with that, but I don't see, right? Because we all have spirit guides and spirit animals. A fantastic idea to collect some. It won't be graveyard dirt, but it'll be like burial dirt from your deceased pet, especially if you feel that they may be like a spirit animal of sorts. I would definitely think that was okay. Yeah, so Silver Willow says, I put pennies on the stone along with a little bag of things. No one visits where I go, but yeah, absolutely. I think as long as it's done respectfully, it's it works. Let's show you guys a little bit more of this place while we're here. It's just such a cool, and I've got a whole bunch of. I came in here one day when the weather was nicer a few years back and did a lot of photography in here. I should actually, I got to put that on the Facebook page and show that because it's just, I love how it's got the stone wall around. And there's also a back pot way in the back.
Yeah, I'm collecting some twigs.
Okay.
Because I can use them to create a doll if I wanted to.
Yeah, well, it's graveyard. So everything in a graveyard is,
Sacred.
sacred and spiritual. So let's go. We're going to take a walk and... Hi, Dave. Hi, Matt. Oh, Shamara.
Hi, Shamara.
Hello. How are you? Welcome.
Oh, did you show them the crypts?
I did. I showed them the
There's a
crypts.
little hole over there. Hold on.
Yes, the crypts. Like I said, when I was here last, and we were able to actually go inside them. But yes, they have these weird little holes in the side. Not sure what they're for. But let me see. Look out, Maddie. Let me see if I can
See anything in there?
So that's kind of a little bit of the inside of the crypt.
Well, push it in a little further.
Yeah,
See
did
if
I
there's
lose
a-
my phone in there? No, it's pretty empty. I've been in there. It just looks like, and I'll tell you though, you want to feel some strange energy inside those crypts. Super strange.
I forgot. Guys, another thing that you can use that I just remembered, when you're in a graveyard, if you're creating for example, a protection puppet, because obviously a cemetery is sacred, if you don't have moss, which is also a good item to use when making your voodoo dolls or puppets, you can use dead leaves as a substitute.
Yeah, but what's funny is in this graveyard there's moss everywhere.
What?
Like, look at right on top of the crypt. Even this is all moss. Though I don't know if I would just kind of rip this up. On top of the tomb, the crypt, I think it would be fine. But yeah, there's moss all over here. Look, we've got moss there. So let's look at a few more stones. I love how the date. So this one's a newer one. This guy died at 1918. Whipple. Look at that. Okay, so this is interesting. The name of this place is the Whipple Memorial, like the Whipple Conservation Area, Historic Cemetery. And I just saw this. So it says Christopher Whipple, born May 31st, 1797, died January something, 1873. His wife, born 1803, died 1888. Infant son of, G, R, and E Whipple, born and died on the same day. Interesting. Wow, that's crazy. I've never noticed that one, but it's kind of sad. What are you doing?
So I collected some of dead leaves.
Respect. Oh, dead leaves. Okay.
Yeah, dead leaves. I got a little bit of moss.
You need a little bit of moss.
What
You're
I'm
gonna leave
gonna
it.
do is use the moss to act as
Well,
like
you might
the
want to
heart.
leave a little bit of an offering for the moss.
That's
'cause
what I'm gonna do.
Yes. Let's even though it's really not next to a gravestone, it would be good just to, yeah. So we'll let Matt do his little ritual. He's gonna pour. Yeah, pass that over here. I want some.
Drink with them.
Look at, we can get some drink on. Because that's and that is something I always do is I'm going to come over here. I don't want to interrupt Maddie with my talking, but I pour some out and I'll drink some, almost akin to drinking with them as if they're like your friends or something like that. I'm gonna drink on an empty stomach. I'm going to be drunked. All right, let's explore more. Now, Maddie's just going to say a quick little prayer. I want to be quiet, not to disturb them. Let's explore a little bit more. Some of these stones are pretty cool. And there's another pot up in the back that we'll go check out because the place is pretty big. Wow, this stone is kind of new looking, but again, Burton
care.
Sweet, born 1810, died 1870. His wife, born 1805. Wow, he liked them older than
So how do you get perpetual care by town of Coventry?
that's just the whole place. The town takes care of this place.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a What?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't even want to. Stuff like this, I want to keep. I don't want to go off on a rant and how some people can be so damn disrespectful. It drives me absolutely crazy when I come in here and I see this. I literally, it's like, it sends me into a bit of a rage. I want to kind of hide out here with a baseball bat and find someone disrespecting. Why? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna say a little prayer.
Oh, okay. It just really upsets me. We can do that. Web of Magic says I would pay. I mean, I think we can collect some. I would say more towards the summer. It'll be a lot easier when they clean up the leaves. We'll definitely grab some dirt from the Whipple site, and we'll kind of send some to you. Just remind me and let me know. This is an interesting one. It's kind of all out by itself. Let me see. Born. Oh, it's so hot. Is that 1906? 19. Born. I want to say that's 1906 and died 1907. So that's another infant, 1 year old. Wow. Interesting. So let's want to walk up and move more towards this back side because there's definitely more to see. I'm going to find a good spot because I'm going to kind of climb up on this wall. If I kill myself trying to. So it does. It kind of continues back. There's Maddie way down there. He'll catch up. Yet, Trisha. So I mean, one of the unfortunate things in like the 1800s and 1700s, in New England, in this area, there was a lot of infant deaths. I mean, it was hard in those days in the Northeast. Weather was hard, and it was hard. And there's a lot of places I plan on visiting where there's a lot of legend.
This was not next to the gravestone.
Where was it left?
It wasn't there when I went to kneel.
Huh.
When I thanked them and let them know that they have not been forgotten.
Interesting. That's cool. We should bring that home. I mean, I guess it's meant for you to have if it was left there. Let's see. Comments. Oh, no, hopefully it fell over due to... Unfortunately, little dandelion. I wish I could say that, but it doesn't happen a lot, but there's a fair bit of, idiots being idiots. Silver Willow says, the grave I visit doesn't have much headstone anymore, just a pile of broken bricks. Oh. Spirit Moon, thank you. I have, let's turn this camera around. I have been to the Mercy Brown gravesite. I think we're going to have to do a live, Maddie, from the Mercy Brown area. Do you know the story of Mercy Brown? Might want to. Yeah, we definitely got to plan a live and talk about the whole Mercy Brown story because it's quite interesting and it's quite legend around here. It's very interesting.
Hi, Spirit Moon. Hi, Dandelion. Hi, Trisha.
Hello, Maddie's saying hello.
I got a gift from the spirit.
Yes. So let's explore more. So this is, let's go further back.
Oh, there's where I did a photo shoot one time.
Yeah, I come back here. Last time I was here. Now, if you look over way towards the end, we'll walk over there. And this is the time I was checking out the crypts. I actually is when we just got our GoPros. And I saw an apparition down the end of this path. Looked like an old man just standing there. And now, just so folks know, right, you've got woods and walls over there. Woods and walls over there. The only way in and out is where we came in. And I saw the apparition over here. And, you know, I kind of headed over here to get a closer look. And he was gone. Now, could he have scurried through the woods? Probably. But I don't know. I had a feeling. It's just a weird feeling. Let's look at some of these. And it's interesting how they did family plots in these days, right? So you have this big stone that says Gorton, and all around you'll have, right? We got Frank,
Flank.
1875. You know, I'll just show
Flora.
you. We got Flora.
We have
Oh, this one's fairly new. 18.
Daryl.
Wow, this Flora was almost 100
Outside
years old. 1878 to 1971.
Earl.
Yeah, that's when you can barely see the lettering.
1901 to 1969.
Right, that's kind of newer. 1969. That's
Harriet.
1808.
Corinne,
Yeah,
Andrew.
interesting.
Oh, no, Boss. Someone else.
Yeah, so let's go further down. Let me see. Pixie, I have heard black feathers protect your energies. Yeah, yeah.
And it must have been given to me for a reason.
Yep, and you know it is, and it does stand for one of the elements,
Element air.
the element of air. So, yeah. Let's come down some more. So this is it. This is our historic cemetery. It's literally blocks. What are blocks? You would say less than a mile from our house. So it's one of my favorite places. Pixie Tavo, hello. How are you? I had to check this out, Dave and Matt. Yeah, this is a good one. It's one of my favorite places. They died a year after I was born. Yeah, there is a few newer. Ooh, I smell skunk. That always makes me a little bit concerned because I don't want to get the squirt. All right, so let's head back this way so we don't get squirted by the skunk. And yeah, so this is our historic cemetery. So let's flip the camera, show you guys some more. It's just gorgeous.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
see-
at the unmarked gravestone.
Yeah,
It's kind of lame.
yeah.
It's so sad.
It is kind of sad. I mean, I'm assuming they fell over and maybe they didn't know where they were or went. There's one there being held up by a stick. You know, so they do try to do a good job taking care of this.
It's amazing how clean this place is.
Well, they maintain it. It is pretty gorgeous. Yes, Tangerine. Field trip. That's why, and this is why I was so pissed when YouTube stopped our remote streaming. I was like, on a mission to be able to do field trips because there's so many cool things. I'll hold it like this so you can see us both. Unfortunately, Maddie, you're shorter than I. Yeah, go a little forward.
Oh, there we go.
So this is there's a lot of cool places to see around here, and that's why I wanted to kind of do this field trip stuff, and I have the ability to do it. But thankfully with Streamlabs we can do that. Well, there could be a few fiends about the didgeridoo. Well, I hope not. How have you gotten around it? I use an application. So with YouTube, you can use what's called an encoder to inject. It's the same way I do my lives with OBS Studio. And basically, an application does like the encoding and does what the YouTube app does and injects it in. It's the same thing. So I'm running an app called Streamlabs on my phone.
One word.
Yeah, Streamlabs, all one word, and it connects to my YouTube account, and it kind of basically acts like the YouTube app and does all that functionality for me. So it kind of gets it around. Hi, Thomas. Welcome to our field trip. Yeah, welcome to our, say hi.
Hey, Thomas. Hey, guys.
Yes.
So one thing that Dave has discovered is a lot of the apps that he's been testing, it'll film live, but you don't have access to see what the chat is. This is the only app he's come across that allows you to see the chat as we're live.
Yeah, it literally looks pretty much exactly like the YouTube app, and actually gives you a little more information.
Yeah.
It gives you the frame rate. It even gives you connection.
It shows
status.
you how long you've been on for, how many people are watching.
Yep. It really is good. One of the downsides is you have to set up the title ahead of time. So, and I think, I think I'm going to do I'll do another like video, a little tutorial as I get more familiar with it. It's a little more work for the titling, but it's not a big deal. And it doesn't get you around.
Another thing that does suck is if someone calls you in the middle of your thing, it'll interrupt and completely just freeze, which I experienced the last time. And it was showing that it was still recording, but no one could see me, no one could hear me. They just saw a black screen.
Yeah.
So I had to restart and then film all over again. Well, another one.
Yeah, that's the downside. I mean, that also somewhat affects the YouTube app too sometimes. I know Jenna has that problem. If she gets a call, sometimes she gets disconnected. You see, Thomas says, there's a Screaming Lord Such song set in a cemetery. Oh, yeah.
Screaming Lord, that sounds like Bow and Sam beat.
No, that's a band, I believe. It sounds familiar.
Where's that? Yeah.
So what do you guys think? I've been literally chomping at the bit to do. What's that? Film you? Okay. I've been chomping at the bit to
Bye, guys. I'm going to jump off.
do some field trips. And yeah, he jumped. Oh, it's a character. It's a character, yeah. Let me flip. Yeah, I'm not jumping down there. That's too high.
Stop right there, Dave.
Oh, is it safe for my big fat ass?
Yeah.
Oh, look at! I didn't know that they have little steppies here. That's pretty cool. I'll spin around and I'll show the little makeshift
Right there.
steppies. Look at how I am trying to get up and down on the wall, and there's steps.
That's what I thought you got up on.
No, I just climbed. So what do you think, guys? I've been chomping at the bit to do like field trip stuff like this because there's
More
so
outdoors
much.
things, more nature.
There's so much cool stuff to see that. Yeah, exactly. Simon says more of this sort of stuff. There's so much living, and Simon, you could probably relate to this. Living in an older area, like New England, or even Britain. There's so much historic stuff to see, and I love it. So yeah, I'm so excited to do stuff like this. As the weather gets good. Screaming Lord Such was a 60s band. Hold on. I just want to go down a little bit. Oh, can I scroll? Thomas Sale says, Screaming Lord Such was a 60s band. They did a song about Jack the Ripper as well before. Yeah.
This makes me feel like doing like a Sound of Music like moment.
Amethyst, I'm checking out right now. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. Have a good day. Have a good night. And Simon says, absolutely, yeah. It's just one of the things. We routinely go on hiking paths. Matt and I tend to, once I convince him to go, we go on hikes.
Going on the hike.
And we literally come across remnants of like
Abandoned
colonial
things.
villages where you can just see like the foundations.
Or like walls that were built that are like decaying and falling
Yeah,
off apart.
and old graveyards that were near the little village. There's one area which we have to go where the big chimney fireplace is, where it's like the only thing left is the fireplace from some building that was there. Just a lot of that stuff, and it's just so much fun. Civil, I don't feel right using the app. Hold on. Civil says, I don't feel right using the app. I'm paranoid. No, it's fine to use the app. I mean, YouTube has designed it that way, which is why if you... I'll have to do a more in-depth tutorial. They really... yeah, they're not against... they facilitate the use of encoders. A lot of more, I don't want to say more professional YouTubers, but they do use a lot of encoders. All right, Sandra the top. Bye, everyone. This was fab. Loved it. Thank you. Don't forget, guys, like and subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe to Conjurer's Table.
That's me.
Check out the Facebook group, Wizards Tower, all in one word, because I really want to start doing some more stuff like this, and that's our window to the world. So how long have we been on? We've been on for 41 minutes, so I guess we'll kind of wrap this up.
I found this. I think I might use this as like a base for a voodoo doll, or I could carve sigils onto it
Interesting.
and use it in my rituals as like my ritualistic stick.
Interesting. Yeah, so, back to because of hacking. That's, and I'll speak to that. That's why, like, if you look on YouTube, they have this, everybody has a specific, like, streaming server and a streaming key that you must keep super private. But actually with this app, I think you just put your login. But this is one of the top ones I've researched, and it's, it's safe and it's good. I mean, it's my YouTube channel. But all right, guys, thank you for joining.
Wait, 'cause I got to show them the last
Oh, guys, okay.
that's kinda
Yeah,
cool.
we gotta do the ritual when we exit the graveyard. It's important that you guys see that, so we'll kind of scurry on over, and then we'll wrap it up from there. But as we're heading over, I'll give you guys one last look. Oh, look at that! It's like a little bench. I'm gonna go in here and show this. Look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, glad I came across this. Interesting. All right, so let's head to the entrance. We'll leave our exit offering and
I gotta show you then how to cleanse.
how to cleanse. Yes, because you definitely want to cleanse yourself. And we're using... Is this what we're using?
Oh, yes.
Energy. What is this?
It's Palo Santo.
Palo Santo. We're using Palo Santo spray. Thank you guys. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. I came out. I don't know. It came to me in an epiphany at work. I'm like, and the thing is, this afternoon the sun was shining and it was warm. So I said to myself, "Oh my God, I'm going to Whipple so I can go live." And of course, it's cloudy, but it is what it is. So let me flip the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
And then shoot from this way.
Actually, let's do this. Do you want to do us both? Because I can set this down. All right, give me a minute. I'm going to set up my camera. Yeah, I'm going to set it up right here. Stand in a spot. Okay, that's perfect. Hold on, because I'm a little bit taller than you.
Wait, how close am I when I went too close?
Nope, that was a good spot.
Okay.
No,
So
back
guys,
up, back up,
wait,
back
because I gotta say something.
Oh.
So before, when I left the first offering, I left it at one side of the gate. When you leave, you want to leave the offering on the opposite side of where you
yes.
left your first offering.
Yes. So let's
then this is how you would cleanse. You always want to start from the head and then shoulder out, leg down, leg down. So,
You want me to? Okay. I'm not gonna put the sticks down. Give myself a little extra because I don't want to bring anything home. All right, guys. now, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. It's been 45 minutes. I'm being a touch picky where I get the stones from. I'm not sure. Oh, Tangerine, yeah, I'm still picking up stones for the Northampton. So it looks like in the search of
Futhark.
the Futhark, yeah.
Runes.
Awesome. Well, yeah, definitely want to be picky with that.
Yeah.
Definitely, because that's sacred and special. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Thanks. This was so much fun. We'll be doing more of this stuff. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
We'll see you guys later.
We'll see you guys later. We'll see you guys, well, tomorrow night for the popcorn party.
Woohoo!
Don't forget, we're doing the popcorn party. That's it, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Mwah, love you.